we've all got our own journey, we've all got our own story, and they bring something different to the team. I struggle with people saying to me, how do you cope? Like, I don't have a choice, I have to cope. I have to just get on with it. Will doesn't need me to cry about it. Will needs me to just crack on and get it done. No one is superhuman, and you don't have to pretend that you are.
We acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today, the Noongar Wadandi Mort. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging.
Scratch the surface and everyone has a story. Welcome, Kaya, to the Wisdom of Women.
Now, we all know that warrior women are forged through adversity and challenge, and today's guest has had all that and more.
Thrusted into becoming a fearless advocate for our own child, she now speaks up for those who don't have a voice. Welcome, Gemma Byrne.
Welcome, Gem. Thanks for joining us here in the WOW studio. We've got so much to talk about with you because your life is an incredible journey. We were all blown away reading all the notes that you'd sent through to us. Tell us a little bit about your background, though, because you're a proud Aussie who came from somewhere else.
Yep. So I came from the UK in 2007 with one suitcase, and I've built my life from there in Australia. Haven't been back since.
What made you come to Australia? Had you met someone or you came on a travel
No,
visa,
initially I came out for my mum's wedding.
Oh.
Mum married an Aussie.
Yep.
And I decided while I was over here, well, actually it was on the flight home, what am I doing? Australia is a beautiful place.
Oh, here.
And I was young, free and single.
Yeah.
So I went home and sold everything and came out with, like I say, that one suitcase.
Good on you.
And I was sponsored to stay after being here, I think about 3 months. I got a sponsorship with the city of Bunbury.
So what were you doing there? What kind of work?
Initially, I was swim teaching and pool lifeguard and supervisor at the local swimming pool, and that was what got me the sponsorship. And then after doing that for a couple of years, I ended up in the city office doing PA and administration.
Sounds like lots of fun.
Yeah.
What happened then? You met a man.
I did. I met a man. Yep.
You met a local Aussie from the
did.
southwest here,
Yeah.
WA.
Yeah, a local police officer, and yeah, he changed my life. So.
Well, we didn't try and arrest you or anything, did we?
No, I was behaving.
Oh, well done. We need that, don't you? So you get married, and I suppose life is a little bit of a fairy tale, isn't it? Because you're living a fabulous place, you've met a gorgeous man, and you're married.
Yeah.
What else then comes along? How does it all unfold?
Well, we moved up to Headland. We lived up in Headland for 3 years and experienced the life up north, which was a culture shock massively for this English rose that had never been further north than Joondalup before then. So yeah, that was an experience and a half. And then we decided to come back because we needed to do IVF to conceive. So we came back down south and started our IVF journey. So
and 3 tries, is that right?
Yeah, 3 attempts.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So it was a bit of a journey, but we were lucky it was only 3 attempts compared to some of our friends.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. I think we've all met people, women that have, couples who have really gone through the ringer dozens of times.
Yeah.
So that's pretty joyful.
Yeah, and we were blessed with our beautiful boy, William.
So tell us about Warrior Will.
Warrior Will, what a warrior. Yes, so he's now 7, coming up to 8. He was born with a few medical issues, so we didn't know until he was born. And initially we thought everything was all fine.
So right from when he was born, he was, your little boys arrived and it was all good.
Yeah, we were so excited. Yeah. And he was born via emergency C-section in the end. Yeah. And initially they popped him on my chest and I recognised that something was a little bit awry maybe, but I was reassured that no, that's all good. So he's got a microphthalma of his right eye, which is a small eye. So they told me that it was normal. It was just where he'd had his hand in utero, and that's why his eye was closed. But to me, it did look smaller. So he had to stay anyway in the special care nursery for 8 days.
Okay.
And he was born in Perth as well. So we spent a couple of weeks up there, and just before we were discharged, I raised it again with the paediatrician that I'm still not convinced his eye looks normal. But again, they reassured me that it was fine. And then it was only when he was 6 weeks old that we thought that it was normal, just, settling into parenthood, first-time parents.
Yeah, because when you are first-time parents, you don't know
the difference.
Yeah.
So what, was he crying?
Constant crying,
Yeah.
constant being unsettled, and projectile vomiting after every feed, and he just was not gaining weight. So, and this eye still did not look right to me. So, but it was the projectile vomiting and the not gaining weight that I was like, I remember it clear as day. It was a Sunday afternoon at 3:00, and I said to my husband, that's it, I've had enough, we're going to the hospital, just to at least get some reassurance that everything is okay, because I don't think it is. So off we went to the hospital, and there was Bunbury Hospital, and they were wonderful and reassured us, and they took Will in and they did some imaging, and turns out that his kidney hadn't developed on the left side at all. So, and it wasn't picked up in utero, which is unusual. But so that was when our journey started. And at the time, same time, I mentioned to the paediatrician that was caring for Will about the eye, and she confirmed, oh yeah, it's actually smaller than the other.
Wow.
You're right. So it affirmed to me at that moment that I had to believe in my ability as a parent and not listen to just because, this person had a medical degree and all this experience didn't mean that they were necessarily right.
Your
and
mother's
follow
instinct.
my instinct.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, how often do we hear that as well?
Yeah.
So this was the journey or the opening of a number of quite complex
Yeah, very
medical
complex.
conditions
Yeah.
for Will. Do you mind just going through what some of those are?
Yeah, no worries. So he now has a diagnosis of cerebral palsy, ataxic cerebral palsy. He has the renal coloboma syndrome, so the renal being the left kidney having not developed, and the coloboma is to do with the eye. So he's got a cleft of the optic nerve of his right eye, and the globe is smaller, which is the microphthalma.
Can he see through that eye?
They don't 100% know. We think he can see some things, but he is vision impaired.
Yeah.
So, because he also has a condition called cortical vision impairment, which is quite common in young kids, but not well recognised. So it's really hard to diagnose, especially in nonverbal children like William. William also lives with epilepsy. He's got a condition called continual spike and wave epilepsy. So when he's unmedicated, he's pretty much status epileptic throughout the night, especially. And we've seen huge regressions with his development due to that, which is really sad. But at the same time, he also kicks goals. So he's also winning in life too.
And with medication now,
He's
is
fairly
okay
well
with the
controlled.
epilepsy.
Yeah, fairly well controlled. Not always, but like sick days, he will see breakthrough seizure activity. But generally speaking, he's well controlled.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. How did you and your hubby cope with all this as is unfolding? Because I imagine that's just
I
huge
struggle
storm.
with people saying to me, "How do you cope?" Like, I don't have a choice. I have to cope. I have to just get on with it.
Yep.
Will doesn't need me to cry about it. Will needs me to just crack on and get it done. So that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. You just head down.
Yeah, head down, bum up, get it done.
Yeah.
So don't play a victim, because that's not going to change the situation. The only way that you can improve the situation is, like you say, head down, bum up, and get things done.
Yeah. And I love the way that you talk about being an advocate for your child as well.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly as parents, we've not experienced to the degree that you guys have had with Will. But I know it is, and it must be, about being there continually fighting for your child to get what they need.
Absolutely. And I don't want to take away from that. However, I feel like every person's situation is relevant to them. And so you as a parent, your adversities in life and bringing up your child is completely relevant to you. And our situation is relevant to us.
Relevant to you.
Yeah. So just because to some person's opinion our situation is harder than the next person, I don't see it like that.
Yeah.
It's challenging at times, but I don't know, I don't see it like that.
Yeah. Just you're your life and off you go to do it all. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just going to ask you said he has a certain type of cerebral palsy. What does that mean?
So it's ataxic cerebral palsy. So he doesn't have the spasticity in his muscles. His is hypotonic. Like hypotonia, so low muscle tone.
Right.
So that really affects like his swallow, and he's got loose joints.
Right, okay.
So he can walk, run, jump and climb, but he's very clumsy with it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
he's,
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's on the go though, and it doesn't hold him back.
I love you how you say that. He's on the go.
That's
Definitely
beautiful.
doesn't hold him back.
Oh, that is brilliant, isn't it? It's interesting too, looking or reading about your journey, because you're off doing your things as well. You're incredibly busy during all this time, weren't you?
Yeah. So I decided to become a nurse. Because, as a child, I wanted to always be either a nurse or a paramedic. That was always a thing.
Yeah, right.
But I never thought it would be possible. I'm actually dyslexic, and in the UK, I was brought up in a single parent family, and by a very strong woman, and I was always under the impression, because we lived in a council estate, I couldn't go to university. It wasn't a thing. But then I came to Australia, and I'm looking around me and seeing all these fantastic women going to university and having these huge careers, and I'm thinking, why can't I do that? There's no reason I can't do that. And so that was one of the catalysts for me going to university as a mature age student. But then having Will and needing to have some understanding of this road that we were walking down, and I thought to myself, well, I got made redundant as well. So I was thinking, I need to do something with my life, and I need to be able to advocate for my child and set an example as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's a practical application of some skills, isn't it, that you can actually...
Yeah, and also it's a privilege to care for people and show compassion, because I can do it from a completely different level to some of my colleagues that haven't walked this journey that I've walked.
Yeah.
So, and we've all got our own journey, we've all got our own story, and they bring something different to the team to what I do. But that lived experience is just, it gives you a different perspective on your nursing.
Yeah.
And what area of nursing are you in?
Currently, so I do a couple of different roles, but my main role is on the surgical ward.
Okay.
And it's busy, fast-paced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. And I've just started a postgrad as well.
Oh, well,
look
of
at
course.
you.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. You have.
Because, you had 5 minutes between 11 and 11:30 at night.
Did I hear you say that you did a marathon or something?
Yeah, so every year I do the Up All Night Marathon for Ronald McDonald House.
Right.
And done it for the last 5 years, and I'm probably going to do it for the next 5.
Okay, yes.
So just to, give back to what Ronald McDonald House charity have done for our family, because we have spent a lot of time in the house in Perth, and they're just wonderful. So it's a little bit of giving back to them for, to say thank you for what they've done for us.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
Wow.
yeah, I wish I could do more for them, but
Yeah.
Going to join the team next year.
Look at us all jump in.
It's good fun, believe it or not.
What, so you
It's
just
good fun.
walk all night? Is it like the
Relay for Life.
Relay for Life, but slightly different.
Slightly different, but similar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we might have to look into it.
God.
You and me, Sid.
Yeah, wow. You clearly have a supportive partner, and so far as you guys
Yeah.
must have a really good sense of cooperation and coordination.
Yeah, and humour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Humour is key.
yeah.
Yep. We're a great team. Yeah. Team Byrne all the way. Yeah.
Good on you.
I love the way you're hearing that. I really love what you're talking about, perception, how we've all got our own journey and we all come, with different ideas and thoughts and emotions about situations. And along our journey with the wisdom of women and all these amazing ladies that are coming in and talking about their journey, it is really essential in that sharing of knowledge and understanding, that whole concept of the village.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. How do you go and so far as meeting other families or, does Will hang out with, his mates? And
Yeah. So there used to be a community in Bunbury called Medical Kids Bunbury that was started by a wonderful friend of mine, Lauren Jones, who is a social worker in Bunbury. Hope she doesn't mind me talking about her.
I'm sure she won't.
She's an inspiration as well. Like, she's just amazing. She had 2 heart kids, and so she started, and because she was a social work student, she started up a group called Medical Kids Bunbury.
What's 2 heart kids?
They both had heart conditions requiring surgical interventions as babies.
Oh.
So she's got that lived experience of having a medical kid herself. And so, she started up Bunbury Medical Kids, and I, through that, made a lot of friends. And whilst we don't meet anymore, because we used to meet and we used to do self-care with each other and, have a bit of a counsel session with each other, we don't do that anymore. But on social media, we're all still in touch. We all are still there for each other. We're all still, catch up every now and again when time allows for it.
Yeah.
So
that sense of not being alone.
Yeah.
And again, just one of those things that's really important, isn't it? In that female sort of group and connection.
Absolutely. And the power of social media, I'm in some support groups online that most of the people are up in Perth, but there's Mighty Mums Perth.
Oh, my goodness.
Love that.
And, again, it's another support group on social media, and I've never met most of the people there. And I've actually met one of them whilst at the hospital in the waiting room.
I was going to say.
So,
wow. So you've got an online community that's so supportive.
Yeah, the power of social media has been wonderful for us. So, yeah.
Can you? So Will is nonverbal. He's on the autism spectrum.
He is, yeah. He's got ASD3, so that's a new diagnosis.
Right.
But we already knew, but it was just a matter of getting the official diagnosis.
I know.
Does he say any words? Does he?
No,
but he lets you know.
He used to be able to verbally say mama, dada, and nana.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, his epilepsy, took that away from him. So that's sad. But he's a very clever little boy. And he has a lot to say. And he uses a lot of nonverbal communication. And we are advocating at the moment for a communication device that uses his eye gaze on a computer to select what it is that he's trying to say.
Fantastic.
So,
okay.
Yeah, it has been denied once through NDIS, which is frustrating, but we're applying again. We're appealing, going through that process, which is a stress we could do without, but it is what it is. And we'll keep advocating until he gets what
So
he
that
needs.
device literally will open the world to him.
Yeah. The device itself, the longevity of the device is incredible. It will be able to stay with him for life and just have updates done to it. But it can, it's got the capability of, being able to send emails. So he can use his eyes to send an email. He could control the house.
Oh, good on him,
Turn
yes.
lights on,
Yep.
the kettle on.
Music up loud.
Yeah, all that
And you'd
stuff.
be able to
He'd be able to do his own shopping.
say,
online.
Will, turn the music down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
that is amazing.
He's nowhere near that right now.
Yep.
You know, he's just at very basic use at the moment, but that's the capability of it. And he's so switched on and clever that he would be able to do those things eventually.
And are they expensive? Is that what
It is expensive, yes.
How much is it?
$18,000. Okay. But the craziness about the whole thing is we're hiring it at the moment. NDIS have said that we could hire it, and that costs $7,500 for a 12-week hire. So in my mind, I feel like just to prove it.
Those figures don't quite add up over a period of time, do they?
No.
Okay, yeah, all right. So support, is it a frustrating process? How have you found navigating this area?
So we are very, very lucky in that we have a fantastic therapy team around us. It's taken a long time to find the right team, but we are there now.
Yep.
And we've been blown away by what we're getting back from being so, having a standard and expecting people to reach, make that standard. And I don't know how to describe it, but making sure that people are accountable to your standard has meant that we are now at a place where Will is getting what he needs.
Yeah, okay.
So,
yeah.
And the way I see it is we set a high standard because this is taxpayers' money. It's not my money. It's not Mick's money. It's not Will's money. It's taxpayers' money to help Will. So we have to use it correctly.
Yeah, to its full potential.
Yeah. And people, the service providers that we engage with, they have to provide a comprehensive service because, that's what our taxpayers are paying for. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Tell us about a typical day. Is your family just a typical old day? How does it go?
Yes, just normal. Yeah.
Dropped Will off at school?
Yeah, take Will to school.
Yep.
Drive my SUV to get my coffee.
Where is he? Is he at College Road?
Yeah, he started at College Road this year.
Oh,
yeah. He was at a different school before that, and we had some dramas.
Yeah.
Which I won't be able to talk about.
No, that's fine.
Sorry.
But he's happy. He
loves
what he's
stoked. Yeah. He loves school.
What colour's your SUV?
It's white.
It's a very personal question,
No, I was watching someone put a little
too
boy
many
into
details.
It's a four-wheel drive now. I don't.
No,
I don't,
someone else I
it's
saw.
not an SUV now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at College Road the other day. I was watching someone get into their car, and I was thinking, maybe it was you. But I think it was blue.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't mine.
Oh, watch out, car park. You're being surveyed.
I'm
Joe's
just
out there.
glancing out the window going, who's that coming
goodness.
here?
Oh, that's so funny.
What were you doing at College Road?
I did a bit of support work.
Oh,
so
awesome.
I took someone to hydro.
Yeah.
There was this beautiful little boy there who has cerebral palsy. And I was just saying to Shauna earlier, this we can edit. It just got me. Like, I've worked with kids with behavioural problems and it's a whole different set of emotions.
Yeah.
But watching this little boy be put into his car after a long day just kind of choked me. I was like, amazing people who work and you as a parent, but the EAs and the teachers, the teaching staff and the associated people around, they must be amazing. And I said, I would be in floods, I'm so hopeless.
Personally, I could not do what they do every day. Like, it's just next level.
Yeah.
The patience that they have, the ability to understand and get down to the kids' level of communication. And, William will drop to the floor and not move. Yeah. And we'll just wait. And they're teaching us heaps.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it, the behaviour
with
children and how you respond and the results that you get from that. I remember hoisting Sid over my shoulder in a fireman's hold one day because she chucked a huge as Patty on the ground and was kicking her arms and legs and that. And I thought, well, I've got to remove
it was just last week.
over here.
Really?
And hauling her along and thinking, there's got to be a better way, I think, to respond to this.
Do you know what I had the tantrum over?
Oh, probably you didn't get a red pen or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Was it a child?
The things that can set a child off are
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah. Will's obsessed with wheels. So all the kids in the wheelchairs will come out of school, and then Will will come out, and if he sees the wheels on the wheelchair, he's on that floor trying to lick the wheelchair and spin the wheels on the wheelchair. And yeah, he's just like exploring, you know. And
I guess that's it's how he senses things.
that's right.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Everything's in his mouth. So COVID was fun.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with his health issues anyway, and
Yeah.
you working in a hospital,
Yeah.
your husband being a police, it would have been
Yeah.
all around. And then he wants to put everything in his
In his
mouth.
mouth,
Let's
yeah.
just add that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Will.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Has he got a big collection of the wheels at home?
Yeah,
The cars and-
everything is wheels or something that he can spin or flick. Yeah.
Amazing.
Buckets as well. He flicks the handles on the buckets, and I don't know how he gets this rhythm, but he does. So Mick and I have both tried to get this rhythm of the bucket flicking, but we can't do it.
Amazing.
So
It's an art.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a talent.
It's a
skill he
skill.
works on.
Yeah.
Love it. Good on him.
bless
Oh,
him.
that is funny.
Has he got a good sense of humour?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He sure does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's obsessed with Nanny. So
Oh.
my mum is just is the world to William.
Beautiful.
So yeah, it's beautiful to see. It's nice.
And does he have cousins here?
Yep. My sister's got 3 beautiful kids still here. So, yeah, but the rest of his cousins are up north. 3 of them are up north now and in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's lucky he's got some nearby. That's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah. So it's nice.
Yeah, most definitely is. Tell us about your hopes for the future. So clearly it's getting Will all the support, the help that he needs to go on
Yeah.
and be an adult out there in the world doing what he can do.
Yeah. Give Will the opportunity to meet his full potential. That's my big thing. He's got a right to meet his full potential, whatever that looks like for Will. But yeah, and I don't care what stands in the way. We'll get past them.
Look out, worry, Gem's coming through.
Yeah.
And you talk about being a voice as well for other people that don't have
Yeah.
voices or don't want to speak up.
Yeah. So in our journey, we've found that a lot of parents just accept what they're told as, oh, okay, that I've been told by a medical professional or a teacher, whoever, that that's what's happening. And it holds back
Yeah.
like the child or the individual and the family as a unit. So like I don't believe in that. Always question, always strive for better, always, you know, and it's not in an arrogant way. It's because that's William or whoever, you know, whoever it might be, that's their right in life to be able to reach their full potential.
Yeah.
So
Looking at the what ifs as opposed to the can'ts. It's, yeah. Embrace
absolutely. Yeah.
That's
So,
nice.
You know, like I was always under the impression that I couldn't go to university. And even when I finished school, I worked really, really hard at school and school just was not for me. I didn't do great in my exams. So I went on and did college, which I guess is the equivalent to TAFE over here. And even then, I remember it like clear as mud. The first or second day, the lecturer came into the class and said to me, oh, we've put you into the wrong class. I was in the intermediate class and you need to go to the foundation level because of your dyslexia. And I was like, no, I worked hard to get where I am and give me like the first semester to prove to you that I can manage this. And if I'm not coping, not managing, then yeah, fair enough. You can put me down into the foundation class, but give me the opportunity. And turns out I was one of 16 that passed, and for that first year, and the second year I was one of 4 that passed in the advance.
Oh, you showed them.
And I got the most outstanding student award.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
So-
Round of
Exactly.
applause.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that though, isn't it?
Don't tell me I
tell
can't do something.
Maybe that was their psychology. Oh,
Maybe.
no, she can't. We know that
Yeah.
she's the opposite. She lives in opposite world. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. Okay, I will.
Yeah, don't tell me I can't do something. 'Cause
Amazing.
I'm going to prove you wrong. Yeah.
Certainly.
That's a great ethos.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really thought of it like that. But
But that's the way you do it.
It's like, you can't do a marathon. You can't walk a marathon overnight. Okay, I can, and I will 5 times.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty
Excellent.
much. Yeah, my poor husband.
He's tough enough, I'm sure
Oh,
he
yeah.
can manage.
Yeah.
Well, you're still walking. Well done.
Only just, yeah. Yesterday was a struggle at work.
Oh, was it on the weekend?
Yeah.
You've just, oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So I was supposed to be working on Monday, and one of the girls at work was kind enough to swap shifts with me 'cause I think it was a bit ambitious.
Yeah.
All right. What did you manage to do on Monday then? Just
What did I
slightly
do Monday?
limp around?
I just studied. Yeah, stayed at home and studied.
Yeah, okay.
So sat on the couch and just,
So you're working on a postgraduate. In
acute care nursing.
okay,
Yeah.
something simple.
Yeah. No, it
goodness.
is quite.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot. I did feel quite overwhelmed initially, but
Yeah.
and I did chuck a tanty and say, "That's it, I'm not doing it." And then I rang the university to defer, and then I got put on hold for 20 minutes, and it just pissed me off. So I thought, I might as well just do it.
I love your attitude.
You know, the universe
it.
knows how to push your buttons
Yeah.
into the right,
Yeah.
we're going to put you on hold. You can think about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's excellent.
Yeah.
I love it. Amazing.
So where do you see yourself and your family then? 5 years down the track, 10 years down the track? You'll be finished.
Well, Mick and I are considering going down the road of NDIS ourselves because we've got this lived experience and considering we can see there's lots of gaps in the southwest of services that are they're just not there and especially for pediatrics. So we're looking into that. I'm trying to convince him he needs to go to university and do a business degree. But yeah, we're thinking about it, but NDIS is a minefield as well. So do we need that added stress in our lives right now? We're still not decided on that. But either way, he'll continue to be a police officer because that's just what he loves in life. And I'll continue to be a nurse and grow in my career as a nurse. And we'll continue to advocate for Will to get him what he needs in life to reach his full potential.
Yeah.
And, advocate for others to make a change. So things are happening that I can't really talk about.
Yeah, sure.
But, secret
Well, you'll
squirrels.
just have to come back and tell us when it's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
eventuated.
Don't
Watch
worry.
this space.
Yeah, don't worry, you'll know.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Excellent.
change will happen.
Good.
So, yeah,
And do you have a favourite quote that gets you by?
I do. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Yeah, good old Dory.
Oh, that is such a good one.
Yeah,
It's so simple,
Mm.
but yet
It
so
means
powerful.
much, yeah.
yeah. But also remembering, reach out for help if you need it. Like the help is there, and don't be afraid to ask for it. That's how I got through university.
Yeah.
Like asking for the
Asking
help that
for
I
help.
needed. So, I guess that's how I've got through my whole life is making sure I reach out and ask for help when I need it. So no one is superhuman, and you don't have to pretend that you are.
That's true. That's actually quite wise, and it's resonating. Hope it resonates with a lot of people.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, you don't have to suffer in silence. You got to reach out for help when you need it.
And there's always someone there.
Yeah.
Ready.
And there's strength in reaching out, isn't there? Like asking
Absolutely.
for help. That takes a lot of strength.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
no, none of us are alone in that scope. And it is very much about reaching and connecting to other people. I think that's where we do have that sense of probably some weight lifting off us.
Yeah.
When we can just talk and
Yeah.
even if it just be that, I suppose,
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Or even not even talking, just sit next to your mate sometimes. Offer a cup of tea
Have a
and all
cup
you
of
have to
tea
do
or
is
wine
have
or
presence.
just be with someone and just have a yarn. Get it off your chest. Even if they don't have the right advice for that right time,
It's okay.
just
Beautiful. Wise words. Wise words, Jeb. And I am in awe. I know you just say that you just do it, whatever. But good on you. Yeah.
Thanks.
No.
Now, if you have been affected by any of the topics discussed in this conversation, then we will leave some links below for you to check out if you need them. And if you enjoyed listening to this podcast episode, then subscribe and turn on notifications.
And always remember,
Every day.
You are remarkable.